The Coordinating Minister of Health and Social Welfare, Professor Mohammed Ali Pate, has reaffirmed the federal government's commitment to vaccine development to protect its citizens from deadly diseases. Professor Pate disclosed this commitment at a press briefing at the end of the inaugural meeting of the LASSA coalition governing entity organized by the ministry in collaboration with the West African Health Organization. Here's the rest of the story.
The launch of the Lassa Fever Coalition governing entity in Abuja signifies a coordinated regional effort to develop and deploy an effective Lassa fever vaccine. This meeting has dual focus whip. It's addressing immediate needs, public awareness and healthcare worker support, while pursuing equitable vaccine development and distribution. The Coordinating Minister of Health and Social Welfare, Professor Mohammed Ali Pate, briefing journalists at the end of the inaugural meeting, stressed the importance of equity in the coalition's efforts, ensuring that vulnerable groups such as women, children and healthcare workers benefit from vaccine development and public health initiatives.
Annually around this season, Lassa fever for the last 50 years or more has been a recurrent issue where populations get exposed to a zoonotic disease that has high fatality, high death rates. And we have until now no preventative tool, only case management and some therapeutic interventions to ensure that we manage for those who are already infected. We now have a better understanding of the disease, and we have now seen a vaccine candidate that is showing a lot of promise in terms of its safety and potentially efficacy over time. And if we continue in this path, it is conceivable that we may one day have an effective Lassa fever vaccine that can be rolled out to stem this disease.
The CEO Coalition for Epidemic Preparedness Innovations, Dr. Richard Hachette, provided an update on vaccine development progress with phase 2 trials now underway in Nigeria, Liberia and Sierra Leone, following earlier trials in Ghana.
The phase 2 trial that has been initiated last year here in Nigeria is what's called a phase 2A study, and that looks at specifically at the safety and the immune response that the vaccine can elicit. It's not really looking, it's not designed to look, it isn't large enough to show that the vaccine protects against actual Lassa fever infection. We're hoping to start what's called a phase 2B study before the next Lassa season and begin to actually look at the issue of does it seem to protect against disease.
Also, the Director General Nigerian Center for Disease Control and Prevention, NCDC, Dr. Jide Idris, emphasized the critical role of research and collaboration in addressing public health challenges.
We have a lot of researchers in our institutions. This kind of effort now is supposed to gear them up, stimulate their interest, and with government support again, and stimulate, in research work, we can find answers to not only Lassa fever, to other diseases of interest in the country here.
The launch of the Lassa Fever Coalition governing entity marks a pivotal moment in the fight against Lassa fever in West Africa.